Which utensils are appropriate for what kind of food? Ha! We got a knife. It's just flatware, nothing fancy. South Park, you ain't got nothing on me. Knife, fork, which does not match the knife at all. I don't think not one piece of my flatware matches. A teaspoon, like an actual teaspoon. You know, the long teaspoon. My Chinese soup spoon. Tablespoon. Nice tablespoon. This one's a little funky looking, but I like it, kind of. A normal teaspoon without the lovely long handle. Notice the difference. Length does count for something. Ladies, we all know this. And then, of course, chopsticks. Go get yourself some chopsticks. And if you get Chinese food to go, I would suggest not getting the wood throwaway kind. But that's just me. You do you. And I'll silently sit back here and judge away. Because that's how I roll. So, cereal, like Cheerios. What do you eat Cheerios with? That is simple. Chopsticks. All cereal is eaten with chopsticks. Dill pickles. Always to be eaten with a fork. Peanut butter. Putting peanut butter on bread. A teaspoon. I scoop it out with the teaspoon, with the backside, and I smear it on the bread with a teaspoon. Kraft macaroni and cheese. Should always be eaten with chopsticks. Just like my last video said. Butter, you always use the knife. Don't be a psycho. Use a knife for butter. Cream corn. 1934 call and they want their scary Depression era food staple back. Who even eats that stuff? But, so, I'm not even going to answer that. Nobody eats cream corn anymore, I'm pretty sure. Top ramen. Oh, definitely chopsticks for top ramen. Spaghetti. Chopsticks. Rice. Duh, chopsticks. Fruit cocktail. Chopsticks. Peas. Chopsticks. Eating ice cream. That's an easy one. Teaspoon. An actual teaspoon with the long neck. Pizza. You don't use a utensil for pizza. You use your hands. Hot and sour soup, wonton soup, egg drop soup, or pretty much any kind of soup. And chili, if you like chili, you must use a Chinese soup spoon. Like, things are amazeballs. Yogurt, Chinese soup spoon. Definitely. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Chinese soup spoon. Duh.
Well, duh.
Stuffing? Like on Thanksgiving, you always use a fork for stuffing. Always. Like canned foods. Canned foods for me in general, corn, chopsticks. Like I said, peas, chopsticks. Onions, anything with onions or green peppers. Gross and grosser. I'm just starting to realize I'm actually a really picky eater, so the variety of foods I can comment on is actually fairly limited. Like people say, let's take your pastas, your spaghetti, your linguine. I brought up spaghetti before, but I think maybe I didn't. No, I'm pretty sure I did. Anywho, but your spaghettis, your linguine, your fettuccines, you know, your penne, your ziti, any kind of pasta. It's pretty much chopstick city for your pastas. Oatmeal. That's kind of a toss-up. Oatmeal for me, it kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes it's a Chinese soup spoon, and sometimes it's a long-necked teaspoon. It kind of depends on my mood. Which brings me to cream of wheat. Now, cream of wheat, oh my God. Cream of wheat must always be eaten with an actual teaspoon. Anchovies. Ha! Trick questions. Who the hell eats anchovies? That's disgusting. Ugh. No utensils for that because nobody should be eating that. That's just gross. Cat food. Coleslaw. That's a fork. You eat coleslaw with a fork. Tacos. Because you know how you roll your taco up if you use the soft shells or even the hard shells. You know how the stuff starts breaking apart. Tacos for me, that can be either way depending on my mood. Usually I'll clean it up with a fork, but sometimes I'll use chopsticks. Really depends on my mood. Yeah, that's kind of a fitty there. I'm actually picky about what kind of beans. Like, I'm not a big fan of pinto beans. Poached eggs. That's easy. Poached eggs, fork. Bacon, ham, things like that. Yeah, I actually tend to be pretty stereotypical. Knife and fork, Salad? Salad can go one of two ways. Chopstick or fork, depending on my mood. Oh, potato salad. Potato salad is one. Chinese soup spoon, teaspoon, and if neither of those are available, then definitely a fork. I don't like my eggs with like any crunchies around the outside, so it can't be slimy. No slimy white part on my eggs, but I won't eat it if it's overcooked to the point where it's a little crispy on the edge. Won't touch them. I'd rather starve. Sushi. Chopsticks. Unless I'm not in the mood for chopsticks. Then I eat it with a fork.
Well, duh.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I'm actually a pretty picky eater. Wow, there's a lot of stuff I don't eat. Green peppers, yuck. Oh, French fries. Like, I don't like junk food, but like homemade French fries and stuff, which I do like. That's one of those toss-up situations. Could be a fork, could be some chopsticks. Not a big fan of mayo on a bunch of stuff. If I am eating fries, I prefer to use mustard. Black olives. Ha! You don't use a utensil for black olives. Once again, you use your hands. You stick your fingers in the holes and you eat the olives off this way. So, no utensils needed for olives. Always use your fingers.
Well, duh.
Cilantro. Kale. Like Thai food. Like your curries and stuff. Chopsticks till it gets down to the bottom. If you've got a more soupy like curry, then it's okay to use the Chinese soup spoon or teaspoon. But yeah, you always start with the chopsticks.